Yo, what's going on, guys? GZTV back with another video, and in this video we are going to be talking about the 2022 remake Hellraiser, just released yesterday. So it's a Hulu exclusive. I decided I would check it out. I've never seen any of the Hellraiser movies, and after watching this, honestly, I'm considering going back and looking at the old ones to kind of compare and contrast. I liked this movie, man. I really did. The storyline's really good, I think, and the plot twist, given that I haven't watched a Hellraiser movie, there's a lot of shocks here. But some of the things that happen in this movie, I'm sure, are very consistent and very normal to the old series. So yeah, we're gonna get into the plot. I'm gonna talk about what I think, and then we have a Better Call Saul, and then yeah, that's gonna do it for the videos today. GZTV live on Twitch. All lowercase is my Twitch, so if you guys want to go check that out sometime in the evening, click the noti bell on that, and we will have a music stream, so that'll be fun. Okay, Serena Maneker, a lawyer for hedonistic millionaire Roland Voigt, arrives in Serbia to procure a rare object from the enigmatic Lorenz. So we know exactly. We're going to find out soon what this object does, and obviously, if you're a fan of the Hellraiser series, you know what it is. During a lavish orgy at Voigt's mansion at the Berkshire, sex worker Joey Kotsuna flirts with Maneker, who tells him to wait in another room. Little does he know this other room's going to hold some crazy shit in it. Joey then comes across a mechanical puzzle box at Voight, who insists he solves it to claim. And Voight, who insists he solves it to claim a prize. If you can get it, you get a prize. I get the prize, you don't. After Joey is stabbed in the hand by a blade triggered by solving the configuration, the box opens a portal to hell, where chains fly out and hook into Joey, suspending him in midair as Voight demands an audience with Leviathan. And yeah, we'll learn a lot about these phases. And again, I'll say this again and again. If you watch the original Hellraiser, you know all about these concepts. It's nothing new. I don't remember when the original came out. It had to have been in the 80s or 70s. I think it was 80s. 6 years later, so more. This is after this whole scandal that happened, and we're going to find out what a national figure Voight became after this. 6 years later, Riley McKendry, a recovering drug addict, is living with her brother Matt, his boyfriend Colin, and their roommate Nora. So that's kind of the setup here. Riley's boyfriend Trevor convinces her to help break into an abandoned storage warehouse, from which Riley reluctantly steals the puzzle box at Trevor's instruction. The same exact box, the same exact puzzle that was showcased in the beginning, and obviously a big part of the Hellraiser franchise. Returning home late, let's see. Riley gets into an argument with Matt, who assumes she is relapsing and forces her to leave, like he's done dealing with her, like as his sister, like you can't keep doing drugs, go do them on your own, you're a failure, all this talk. And obviously Matt is a good person for having her holed up in his house in the first place, like, you know. Upset, Riley goes to an empty park. There, she solves the box, but avoids being cut by the blade. Now, obviously, when you avoid being cut by the blade, you are the chosen one, like the Cenobites and Pinhead. Yeah, you're the chosen one to them. Like, you're their hero, you're their god they worship, and you have all the power. The Cenobites, a group of deformed humanoids, appear to Riley and demand she choose another to pass the box on to. So, yeah. You pretty much sacrifice people until you get to the final phase, the final configuration of the box. Feeling guilty about their argument, Matt heads to the playground where he finds Riley blacked out, like on the merry-go-round. So Matt's like, I feel really bad. I need to take her back into the house. Like, she's obviously lost in the world. As he tries to wake her up, Matt inadvertently cuts himself on the box before he goes to a public restroom to clear his wound. Now you know where this is going. When you get cut by the box, the curse happens, pretty much. Riley notices the box changing shape before she hears Matt screaming, finding him missing upon entering the restroom. Now every time a phase happens, someone gets sacrificed, and that is exactly what happened to Matt there. It's the pattern. Obviously, it's going to keep happening throughout the movie. Believing the box caused Matt's disappearance, Riley and Trevor track down Maneker, the lawyer that I was talking about, that has some connection with the box. Maneker, who hid the box away in atonement for her role in the lives Voight sacrificed after he disappeared, realizes that Riley solved the box and tries to take it from her, but is cut by the blade in the process. So that's the next sacrifice, is Maneker herself, and the box is going to switch configurations. After Riley and Trevor leave, Miniker is taken down by the Cenobites, so she dies, obviously. She was trying to fucking get away from that damn thing, and look what happens. Riley then visits Voight's mansion, finding his journals about the box and learning that it has multiple configurations, each of which requires a victim to be marked by the box's blade, so the Cenobites can claim them as a sacrifice to keep the puzzle going, you know? On completion, the box allows its holder to receive a boon from Leviathan, like a beacon of power. Riley sees an apparition of Matt, but is horrified to discover he has been flayed by the Cenobites. So yeah, it's her job to save him by sacrificing other people, pretty much. Trevor, Colin, and Nora arrive to take Riley home, like they're getting ready to leave this place. They're like, let's get the fuck out of here. This box has caused nothing but problems. Yeah. Where Riley explains to Colin what she had found, Nora activates a switch that opens a secret tunnel. So they stay there for a while. They kind of are discovering things like what is up with this place, what's happening. Trevor inadvertently shuts the entrance, trapping Nora. Trevor didn't know. He didn't know, but hey, we're going to find out soon about this piece of shit Trevor. He was a very innocent guy. He was like acting like he didn't know what the hell was going on, but then, given that he knew exactly where this box was, maybe I should have known all along, but yeah. Interesting. A still living but mutilated Voight appears and stabs Nora with the box. So this is the first time after the opening sequence that Voight shows up. Yeah, he's got like his ribs are like exposed. He got fucking destroyed by the Cenobites. The group attempt to escape the mansion in Trevor's van, but Nora is taken by the Cenobites. So she is the next. She got stabbed by the puzzle. She is the next sacrifice. Their leader, the priest, taunts Nora, then flays her. So, the priest. Oh, Pinhead was called the priest in this show. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Did they say anything about that? I don't remember. Yeah. Trevor and Colin crash their van after Riley sees a reflection of Nora's torture in the rearview mirror, kind of distracting everyone, and they crash. Plot convenience, right? Leaving the wreck, Riley encounters the priest, who commands Riley to finish the last two configurations of the puzzle and either sacrifice herself or two others to do so. So she could sacrifice herself as one life, or she could take the others. So obviously there's a lot of life choices that Riley is faced with in this movie, and it teaches a lot of good lessons, I guess, about never taking things for granted, making choices. Yeah. Riley, Colin, and Trevor attempt to make their way back to the mansion, hoping to use Riley's car to escape, but they are chased by the Cenobites. They are chased down to the mansion. Trevor is injured by one of the Cenobites, the Chatterer, the guy that's like, you know, the guy that like, it's like one of those wind-up jaw toys. You know what I mean? But Riley solves the next configuration and stabs the Chatterer, marking it as the next victim. So now there's one more sacrifice, and Colin, Riley, and what the fuck's the other dude's name? Trevor. Yeah. Riley, Trevor, and Colin escape into the mansion, realizing that there are steel doors designed to lock the Cenobites out. This was what Voight was doing, protecting himself with these like steel structures. As Riley and Colin leave Trevor in a room to rest, Voight sneaks in to talk to Trevor. This is the point in the film where the plot twist kind of happens. We realize Trevor has been working with Voight for this whole film, and I don't know if they've had a twist like that in this series, but it's pretty fucking awesome. It is revealed that Trevor had been working for Voight and intended to have Riley sacrificed as a way to give Voight more power, because Riley is the chosen one, and yeah. Riley and Colin plan to lure another Cenobite inside to become the last sacrifice, so none of the other people die. Riley successfully lures one into the mansion, but drops the box in the process. Plot convenience, baby. Colin tries to find it before Voight stabs him. So yeah, Colin is looking to be the last victim of the puzzle. Voight reveals that he sought new sensations after completing all of his sacrifices, and his reward was a contraption attached to him to twist his nerve endings, leaving him in constant pain. His aim is to be free of his gift. You know, it's fucking disgusting. It's like a bunch of like spinny things like attached to his fucking, I don't know, it's like spinning and it's like pulling like strands of like nerves. It's gross. And they show it very explicitly, so. He completes the final configuration and traps the Cenobites inside the mansion, separate from himself and the others. Riley escapes, retrieves the box, and unlocks the steel doors, inadvertently letting one of the Cenobites, the Gasp, corner Colin. So yeah, obviously that's not going to go well. The Gasp tortures Colin until Riley demands they stop, because obviously Riley is in control. She is the chosen one, has been pointed at. Riley stabs Trevor with the box, marking him as the final sacrifice. So now it's just the Cenobites, Voight, Riley, and Colin left. Voight convinces the priest to grant him a different reward. The priest tells Voight he will be given power. A large chain crashes through the ceiling and impales Voight, taking him to hell. So, I mean, if you're religious and you don't agree with this, it's fine not to watch it, but I'm kind of neutral on the religious thing, so I don't mind it, of course. Riley approaches the Cenobites with the box, where the priest offers her a choice of rewards. Not power, obviously. She can't be like the Leviathan, the upper of the all, but she can make a choice. Riley refuses, and the priest tells her that she will instead live with the guilt of the blood spilt. Nice bars. So instead of saving her brother, resurrection, instead of choosing resurrection, which was the choice she was kind of destined to choose, she says, screw it, I'm not making a choice. I'll just have to live with the guilt of killing my brother. And Trevor, which although he was working with Voight, I had a relationship with him. The box reverts to its original state, and the Cenobites disappear. So now it's back to phase 1, and whoever else comes across the box will be cursed. As Riley and Colin leave the mansion, Colin asks her if she made the right choice. Riley remains silent, unsure of what she had just done. In hell, a nude Voight awakens, held in place on an altar, where he undergoes a brutal transformation into a new Cenobite. So this is kind of the cycle. When you become powerful, you eventually become Cenobite. So, yeah. Not a lot of critical reception, obviously. This movie just released. But Rotten Tomatoes is always on top of things. Shout out to them and their site. I always reference them in my videos. 68%, 92 critics, obviously. It just released, so there's going to be a lot of people hopping on this and talking about it. 6.3 out of 10 on that site. I mean, the site says 6.8, but the overall rating is 6.2, so it's kind of interesting. A gift for long-suffering fans after numerous subpar sequels, David Bruckner's Hellraiser unlocks the puzzle box for getting this franchise back on the right track. And, you know, usually with a remake, we're probably going to get another franchise out of this and more movies with, like, the same characters. Maybe different characters with, like, Riley being, like, playing, like, the Manorak position, or whatever her name was, the lawyer. Mixed and average reviews on Metacritic. We got a 5.6 out of 10 with 22 critics. So yeah, if they make more movies and they make them streaming exclusives, I'll be very interested to see how they go. But as it stands, I think this is a really good standalone movie. I love the concept. I mean, it's really intriguing me. It's really making me want to go watch the original Hellraiser, because obviously I'm probably not going to watch the sequels. Don't be surprised if you see an original Hellraiser movie review on the channel. GZTV, reviewing your favorite movies, film, all that stuff, man. We do music around here as well, so support for everything. I mean, you can find some stuff you're interested in. If you like video games, we have it on here. Everything. I'm just trying to branch off. I'm just trying to reach a bigger community. I appreciate all the help in doing that, so yeah.